So it's unclear whether Henry Ford actually created the Model T to run off of anything other than gasoline. However, we do know that he was from rural America and had originally pushed to create engines that ran off of ethanol. Rudolph Diesel, who was the creator of the diesel engine to run off of vegetable oils, and the hemp seed oil is a vegetable oil that is made very easily. It can be, the seeds can be just cold pressed and turned into an oil from just cold pressing and then filtering the particulate out, which is an extremely easy process, and then placed directly into the engine and used as a fuel source from there. However, despite Henry Ford and Rudolph Diesel, Henry Ford had pushed for ethanol to be used in vehicles, but John D. Rockefeller of Standard Oil thwarted his attempts, and eventually, compromises were made. So, having said that, let's get into the video. We're into the video, but let's continue into the video, and I'm going to show you a couple proofs of concept, people running tractors, mowing lawns off of hemp oil, and then talking a little bit more about hemp seed oil as a viable fuel source, and then in the next video I'll talk about how it could be used within the new ESG corporate lexicon. There will be a company in the 21st century that takes advantage of this energy source and becomes one of the most powerful companies in the world. Stay tuned. And I believe it's the most underutilized commodity natural resource that we have that could be converted to a biofuel in existence right now. I'll play a video right now to show you a couple more fun facts.
Hemp is an alternative to petroleum. Hemp grows like mad from border to border in America, so shortages are very unlikely, and unlike petroleum, unless we run out of soil, hemp is renewable. Growing and harvesting the stuff has much less environmental impact than procuring oil. Hemp fuel is biodegradable, so oil spills become fertilizer and no eco-catastrophes. Hemp fuel does not contribute to sulfur dioxide air poisoning. Other noxious emissions like carbon monoxide and hydrocarbons are radically slashed by using biodiesel. Hemp fuel is non-toxic and only a mild skin irritant. Anybody who's ever cleaned out an old carburetor with gasoline can confirm the same is not true for petroleum.
I think cannabis could completely replace ethanol at its minimum. I think it's a crop that grows extremely quickly. It is a bioaccumulator, which means it sucks up almost everything. Corn is similar, but the oil in the cannabis is actually a denser energy source than the corn ethanol that's produced from corn. And then it's also a soil remediator, meaning it actually improves the quality of the soil and brings nutrients into the soil, as opposed to sucking out a lot of the nutrients from the topsoil, which you get more so with corn. It does a lot more damage to the soil itself, and then you end up getting a lot more topsoil runoff, a lot more fertilizer runoff. You get a lot worse soil. You get less organic content within the soil, which means you have less carbon inside that soil, less potassium, less phosphorus, a lot of other different elements that are in soil traditionally that give it its organic content. It is ubiquitous. It grows like a weed, probably where it got its name from. Weed. It grows extremely fast. You can, get a product from it in, I believe, around 3 months. So you're looking at a 3-month turnover of each cycle and of each crop, 3 to 4 months. Kush, that's in the Hindu Kush mountains. So they can be grown high elevation, low elevation, tropical, deciduous, temperate climate. So you have a ubiquitous material that can be grown anywhere, almost any time, has a quicker turnover than most crops. So there's an opportunity with the hemp that can be as an energy source, and I think that's by far its best use case and could provide an incredible benefit and really a boom for the United States economy as a whole, for small farmers, for energy independence, for building productive capacity within the U.S., for being more self-sustainable, less dependent on trade deficits and manipulation of the U.S. dollar to kind of outsource inflation and import goods. So we have a massive opportunity with this. It's the biggest untapped industry in the world currently. And once it is tapped, and there is a company that is creating and selling hemp seed oil, there's going to be a boom like we haven't seen since, railroads in the 1800s and petroleum automobiles in early 20th century.
So what are we doing right here, Ryan?
Right now we're purging the diesel fuel out of the gas tank. We're running the electric fuel pump, and here you can see the diesel fuel being pushed out of the fuel tank. And so pretty soon it'll just be pushing air, and then we'll put the hemp seed oil in and bring that up to the filter.
All right, so let's take a look over here. Right now we have about 2.5 gallons of hemp seed oil. And again, I'll go through the process. Hemp seed goes in. Gets pumped, comes out as oil, excuse me. Hemp seed oil, right there, cold pressed hemp seed oil. It's pumped up by this peristaltic pump into the centrifuge. All the particulates get spun out, and the nice clean oil comes out of here. This is as slow as it goes right here. So we are approaching the end of our run. This is the last of the hemp seeds that we're going to press today. Gotten a lot of press meal. So as soon as we are ready with the tractor, Put some in. This is 100% hemp seed oil, no chemicals added, no.
We're going to see this go from diesel to veg oil. There's its air, and there it's turning green, and now we're on veg oil.
So that's being pumped where? Right into the engine?
Yep. Presently into this gas can, but you can see the green now.
Oh, okay. Yep, yep.
So I'm gonna turn the key back off. Now we have vegetable oil right to the diesel fuel pump. Now we will reconnect the fuel line.
Sounds as good as ever. Yeah!